Okay, team, today I'm going to walk you through how we have improved your ability to lodge and fill out an incident, concern, or complaint form in MYP. So, what's changed? You're no longer required to jump through any hoops in MYP, like accessing desktop mode, then navigating to the form, selecting the template, and naming it. We've eliminated these steps for you by adding the form to your rostered shift for every member that you support. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this in your rostered shifts now. In your rostered shift, to lodge an incident or concern, click the drop-down menu under Create Form and select the only form that's available, which is the Incidents, Concerns, and Complaints form for members, and press the blue plus button. This will automatically put the form down here for you and it will name it. So you're going to click on the form like so, and it will automatically open up and you can begin entering all the information. I will now pass this back on to Emma to discuss how to fill out the form and submit it. Okay, Emma, it's over to you.
So at the top here, we need to identify whether it's an incident, concern, or complaint. In this case, it's going to be an incident form. If you select concern or complaint, there are different forms that will come up for each thing. We then go ahead and put our name, last name, date of incident, and time of incident. Anything with a red star is mandatory. Below, you would put the name of the member involved, age of member, if you know it. If you don't, that's fine. Same with location and any of these without a red star. If you don't know the answer, that is okay, but the more information you can put in, the better. This section here is for external providers. You can press this plus sign on both and support staff as well. Any others involved, you can say yes or no, and you can pop them here. Below here is incident details. If you know the answers to these, you can put them in. If you don't, it is not mandatory. In this case, we'd maybe say yes. Has a member's consultant been notified? Yes. Senior consultant here, you can put if you have notified the senior consultant. If you don't know who that is also okay. Address, again, if you don't know it, that's fine. Location. And then you select what type of incident it is: behavioural, injurious, medication, theft, vehicle, concern, or complaint. This is where it will take you to a particular form depending on what you select. Down the bottom here, we'd then put root cause of the incident, whether there is an injury, support worker injury, manual handling, whatever that looks like. If you do select other, you can put it here, but we'll select member self-injury for this one. This is where it then comes up with the questions for the behavioural incident. So describe in detail what the person did and what happened during the incident. What was the person doing during the behaviour? How and when did the incident end? Describe what was happening just before the behaviour. Why was anything said to the person, or was the person being prompted? Why do you think the person behaved as they did? You need to put as much detail in here as you can. Otherwise, you'll have a phone call from the incident officer who will need to answer the questions further. So the more you can put in here, the better. And most of the time when you're answering the first box, you'll find that the information you're putting in there pretty much answers the rest. Now, if you don't know what was happening before the behaviour, you can put that in there as well. Down here it says, does the member have a behaviour management plan? This should be within their support plan. And does this incident need to be reported to the restrictive practice panel? Again, this is something you don't need to answer. It can be answered by the incident officer. Once this is completed, you'll press save and next. It will then come up with, are there any support worker provider notes regarding this occurrence? You can select yes, but we can put your notes in after if you don't have a copy of them already. This one here, again, you do not need to answer. Generally, it has been given to them, but we can answer that as well. We'd go save and next. Here is the general questions at the end. If you do select yes, You'll see on the right-hand side, you need to put details in. If you don't know them, that is also fine. And then you click Progress Report to review, and that will submit it.